Hey guys, welcome back to Post Family Pilgrimage. On this episode, I'm going camping. I do that a lot, I guess. I am headed to Cove Lake. I grabbed the fishing poles. I would have grabbed the kayak, but it's going to rain tomorrow, so I thought this may just be a fun episode to just chill, just to relax, and just solo, just me. So I'm going to head to Cove Lake. Haven't been there. Haven't camped there in over a year, and just looking for a good spot to chill. I've got to be back tomorrow afternoon for Hallie's performance, so looking forward to that. But anyways, let's get on it. Let's get to the water. Let's get to the Cove Lake. Here we go. All right, guys, it is, let me check. It's 11:05. I'm going to crawl up in here and call it a night. Man, just kind of been sitting there by the fire pit for the past hour or so. And it's just been good just to listen to old Chris Stapleton and just relax for a little bit. So I'm going to crawl on up in here and get my bed made and chill, go to sleep. I'll see y'all in the morning. All right. Good morning, guys. It's 6:45. Slept really good. I slept with my head down at this end of the wedge. I've never done this before. Anyways, I want to show you around because I knew I went to the furthest point because they had put reserve signs out where I wanted to stay. And so I came to the second cove and I got the spot that I had wanted. I didn't realize it in the dark because it's been so long since I've been here. But it's a cool spot because it has water access. And so if I knew I was going to have more time, I would have brought the kayaks. Or kayak. It's just me. But anyways, I'll show it to you. Check this out. How awesome is that? Like, right outside the tent, just right down there to the water. Zoom out here so you can kind of just see my setup. Ran the fan for a little bit. And then, let's see, there's one person camped down there. someone back off that way, but that's the lake, and so thus they call it the Cove Lake, because it has these pockets and these coves like this. Love it. All right, now that I've gotten out here, it's chilly. I'm gonna grab my jacket, and then I wanna walk on down to the water. Check it out. There's fog over all of it, so I wanna get some video and some pictures of it for you. All right, but I'm gonna get that jacket. All right, guys, so sun's coming up now, breaking through all that fog, as you see right there. So I'm gonna get started on some coffee. I did a little casting, didn't catch anything, didn't even get any bites, but it's fun. It's good to just good to get out there and give it a shot. Now I'm gonna make some coffee and just kind of relax around here. I may go for a walk and just kind of cover some of the loops, A and B loop campground, and just check it out. I meant to bring my e-bike, forgot. At the last second, I was kind of like the last second decided, hey, I'm gonna go camping tonight, and this is one of those nights where you just throw your crap quickly in the back seat and take off. Luckily, because I keep this all pretty much like this for me, and so yeah, so a few things here and there. Forgot, like, number one, my home pillow, which is fine because I have my climate pillows and I'm using both of those, so but it worked out great. Anyways, let's get some coffee going. All right, so you saw that there in real time. That's the beauty of the Jet Boil coffee press. Love this thing. I'm gonna do a review here shortly of top five camping tools. This is one of them. Boiling water, you know, for breakfast meals, which I'll do here in just a little bit. I've got some Mammoose Camp Kitchen breakfast that I wanna enjoy this morning. But this Jet Boil, man, it's unbelievable. And then you've probably seen it in some of our other videos. Once that goes yellow, these will turn yellow. And once they do, or kind of like a goldish orange, kind of this color here. Once they do, then your water is boiled and you're ready to go. Other thing is this fire pit. Man, I absolutely love this fire pit. This is the fire can from Ignik. And I'm all about the Ignik stuff, love them. Although I didn't get their 20-pound canister holder because I've been told that the Blue Rhino tanks won't fit in their 20-pound can bag. And so that's why I use the old egg crate. It works great anyways. So that setup is perfect. It fits easily in the back of the truck, doesn't slide around, nor does this when you got the little lid on it and all the things. So, but let me say something about Ignik. I had lost this hose and I reached out to them and they're like, dude, we got you. And like 3 days later, they sent me a new hose, absolutely free. So Ignik, they're legit, they're incredible. Thank you guys for the extra hose. It's a blessing. So this is the fire can. I think they have like fire can deluxe, all different kind of stuff. And then the Ignik rocks that are in here, they are rounded and just smoother looking, and they really hold the heat. And in a morning like this, my watch says 63 degrees, and so it's got just a little bit of a breeze in the air. Makes this thing right here is just perfect right now. All right, let's check back with our coffee. It's almost ready. I'm gonna turn it up a little bit faster. Get us ready even quicker. There we go. Starting to change those colors. Look at that sun coming up. I kind of built a wall, pushed all the other stuff back. Oh man, too much junk. Have some Black Rifle this morning. Got the old bowl. Hayden had been borrowing my bowl. I didn't know where it went. Makes sense. Got into the camping stuff and grabbed my bowl. Oh gosh, man, I'm making a mess. I'm always making a mess. All right, got that all cleaned up. It's time to press that. Press and pour. Oh yeah. Got some grounds. That's gonna happen with the French press. Perfect. It's not bad at all. It's just a good way to start a day. In the woods, cup of coffee, Cove Lake. I'll be 45 next month, and I was 15 when I started coming here. So 30 years ago, my Aunt Lynn and my Uncle Terry used to bring me here with my cousin TJ. and we camped right there where that car is, right behind me. And being here, there's some nostalgia to it for me, because like that was such an epic spot. And used to, you could rent scamps, and so TJ and I put together our money one day. Okay guys, so what just happened was I was telling you a story while enjoying my coffee, and my lovely phone here says the storage is full. It's a 512 gig phone. So if that tells you anything, I've got a lot of video from our trips that I've documented that I need to find time to get off my phone and finish editing. Anyways, so I'll do that soon. But I was telling you a story. So let me turn this around here. There we go. So what I was saying was I first came here to Cove Lake when I was 15 years old, 30 years old now, and I camped right there where that white car is, at that campground with my aunt and uncle and my cousin, and we had a blast. And so there's some nostalgia coming back here for me. I absolutely love this spot. Cove Lake is kind of like a great kept secret. I feel like, anyways, it's a beautiful, beautiful place. And what we did years ago was we rented a scamp. And it was like 20 bucks for the day. So it was like $10 for me, $10 for TJ, my cousin. And we set trot lines all over this lake. And while we were going around picking them up, a storm came in. And so we're out there on the water, and the weather's crazy, but the fish started biting like crazy then. And so I think we had 6 or 7 monster catfish. And then my uncle cleaned them up for us, and we ate them for dinner that night. We slept in the back of their truck. And so just, again, nostalgia for me as kind of come full circle 30 years later, right back here. So love this spot. If you ever had a chance to get out here, come check out Cove Lake. One of the things I did pick up since our last video as I fell out of the back of the truck was this right here, the Gorilla ladder. Picked that up at Home Depot for like 85 bucks. Game changer, because I was using the one on the left. You saw how that worked out for me. So this is perfect. It also just gives me a seat right here. And it's great. It's sturdy, shaking from left to right. It's aluminum. The legs fold down. So, y'all, I'm sold on that thing. It can live out of the back of the truck, but multiple uses, right? So I can use that all over the house for changing out light bulbs, painting, whatever. So that's definitely going to take the place of my old Costco ladder. Although when I am running the awning, I've learned that with the truck being so tall, I also need that ladder over there by that tire in order to be able to get the awning fully out and everything. But that right there, game changer. Okay guys, so I've already packed up camp. As you can see, kind of got everything plugged in here. Got to put the chair and the stool away and the fishing poles, but I've got a couple of emails I need to get out, so I'm gonna head up to, I have no signal here, so first time ever, actually last night I was able to use that SOS feature. I have an iPhone 15 Pro, and I was able to use that to just send a text message to Susanna to let her know I made it at camp. I'm good to go. Good night. Love you. And then I even got a message back from her. Love you too. So that was awesome because I kind of sat here going, man, do I drive up the road, send a text, and then come back? So that satellite feature, freaking incredible, game changer. Really takes the place of some of that Garmin stuff that I've seen. Just knowing no signal whatsoever, SOS mode, and then went into my settings, turned that on, held it up to the certain way where it would say align with the satellite, and you kind of have to hold it there for a couple of minutes. So I set it down on the table so that it got that connection. And it did say you could get a faster connection if you weren't in trees. So it could tell that, you know, that I'm down here surrounded by these big trees. But that was absolutely awesome. Anyways, all that to say, I need to get a couple of emails out this morning. So I'm just a few miles away from the top of Mount Magazine, highest point in Arkansas. So I'm going to drive up there. I may even do a little bit of hiking, but I need to get those couple of emails out, and then we'll go from there. Okay guys, so I wanted to drive you over here and show you something that I saw last night, which was really, really cool. And that is, not to mention this view, check that out, absolutely gorgeous. But it's this guy right here. Look at that. I mean, that is cool. So cool. Love it. I saw his Instagram on there, so I'll go back and put that in the link below. You can freeze frame that if you want. But I came in here last night because I kind of wanted one of these spots right here. I think I ended up with a better one. Just a sweet area. And really, you can't go wrong with any of these campsites. This one right here I always thought was my favorite, but I think that I stayed in my favorite last night. I don't know, it's got a restroom right there, so that's kind of cool, but great little spot. Those are all reserved for tonight, but not tomorrow night. So tomorrow night I may come back. We will see. We'll see where we end up here. All right guys, so I came up to the lodge, Mount Magazine Lodge. I came up here for a specific reason. Of course, I want to show you this place is beautiful. Ooh, a little foamy. But I wanted to take you onto the back side and show you this because the fog has set in and I want to catch it this morning. It's really cool. And check this out. When you walk in, you see outside so you can see it. I know we've shown you this before, but that's Blue Mountain Lake. Look how beautiful that is today. not bad. This is pretty nice. Okay, guys, there we go. 2 bars of LTE right there. That's gonna let me get some work done right here. Still finishing up that cup of coffee. Got a little bit overcast out here. And this is a high cliff area. So I'm gonna walk this in just a little bit. I'm gonna finish a couple of emails and then walk that just because I've never done that before. I'm gonna grab a chair and get these emails sent, and then we'll go do that. This is what I'm talking about, y'all. It's awesome. 2 bars, LTE, we're good to go. And get these emails sent and go do some hiking. Heck yes. Y'all, those emails sent right at 10 o'clock. You would think I would have planned it that way, but I didn't. I'm not that good. But that's pretty awesome. That's exactly what I needed to happen. Now, check this out. This is what's just labeled the picnic area up here at the top of Mount Magazine. You can see the bluff point over there. I've done a wedding over there before. Beautiful spot. And you can hear the wind, feel the wind. It's there's a storm that's moving in. They said it's 78 degrees in Fort Smith. Look at that. Unbelievable. So pretty up here. Get you a better angle of the bluffs right there. All right, let me grab some basic gear, my backpack, and a few items, and we'll hike this, check that out, and let's see what that trail's like. All right, guys, so this is a brand new pack Osprey sent to me. Checking this out. I'm very impressed with it. This is the Daylight Earth, and it's the Daylight Plus, so it has this extra pocket here on the front. Super stoked about this. It'll carry a 15-inch laptop. I just use it for my iPad. It has the pocket here area for your water system, if you have one of those. Let's see, front pocket here, I've already got my books reader in here. It's kind of been in there. That's kind of, I don't know if I've shown you this. I need to do a full video of this thing. This thing is unbelievable. The book's Palma. It is absolutely incredible. Check it out. So you got your Kindle right here. Love this thing. It is so cool. I was going to say there's a problem. There you go. So, yeah. Absolutely awesome. Anywho, keep this in here. And it lasts just like a Kindle does, like forever on a single charge. 2 huge side pockets there. This pocket right here. Put your gear in there on the side. Anyway, I'm going to stuff it full of stuff and take it with us on this little hike here. Well, this is just an absolutely beautiful little hike. Got the shade of these trees here. Look at this, so pretty. It's gonna follow this bluff line. I've never done this little trail, so I'm kind of curious. I can see sky over there, so I'm curious as to where this will come out. All right, guys, check this out. Wow. Look at that. So pretty. Okay guys, I've been going for quite some time now, probably 3/4 of a mile, and the thought of bears kind of concerns me because I'm not carrying. So I think I'm probably going to go ahead and turn back. Pistols in the truck, so I just don't want to get too far. I'll go a little bit further. That's cool. A little creek crossing. There it goes. Man, this is so pretty. Look at this. Saw some good deer sign back there too. Like, tree was all rubbed up and stuff. Well, this is promising now. It got thick there for a little bit, so I was afraid that it wasn't gonna open up into anything. I'll go a little bit further. And if I don't see anything, I'm gonna turn around. Okay. It's getting further away from the bluff line, so I'm heading back. Absolutely beautiful though. It says it's supposed to start raining around noon. It's only 10:30, so we got a little bit still. You know, I was hiking along through here and I was like, man, kind of getting hungry. Remembered, oh yeah, I was gonna wait and eat once I got up here because I haven't eaten breakfast yet, so it's about time for that. Good little hike too. It shows I was a half mile in, so I knew I had gotten back here quite a ways, but that's not far. Again, just didn't have a weapon on me in case anything went down. And I always like to have a weapon on me, just out of safety. This is so beautiful. All right, almost back. Somebody there, forerunner. Okay, so apparently if I had stayed on that, it would have taken me to what's known as Mount Magazine Cascades. I was a half a mile from it, so it's a mile in and then a mile back out. And I completed a mile, so I went halfway and then came back. So I didn't realize that there was something down there, but the guys and gals in that forerunner right there, they were telling me about it, and they were like, oh, it's pretty cool, but you have to kind of know where it's at, and you have to use all trails. And I didn't. I was just kind of exploring to be exploring, but it was really cool. Anyways, I'm gonna drive around a little bit more, see what else we can find. This is another one of my favorite spots here. here and feel that wind. Check that out. That is pretty awesome. And there's this old building here. It's got an old chimney. We used that chimney one time to stay warm when we were filming our Easter video here last year. So, got a little fireplace right there. Wow. It did last year, y'all. They've closed it off. That's crazy. Sure enough, just last year we were able to build a fire right there. You can see the hole up in there. Huh. They sure did. Okay. I think this is a good spot to have some breakfast. All right, guys. Mamu's breakfast scramble. Scrambled eggs, cheese, smoked sausage, hash brown potatoes, along with peppers, onions, Creole seasoning. Deliver a hearty breakfast to fuel you through the day. 96 G's of protein. Holy smokes, look at those calories. Woohoo! I was getting ready to pack it in, y'all. But when you're hiking and doing this kind of stuff, you're burning it off. All right, guys, so I got to thinking about this 1,000 calories, and I also got to thinking about where I'm at. And in Hector, Arkansas, like 20 miles or 20 minutes away from here, there is this gas station. I know I've taken you there before, but I'm gonna go down there and grab me a cheeseburger. In my opinion, it is one of the best burgers around. So I'm gonna hold this off and hang on to that. And I'm gonna go down there and I'm gonna get me one of them cheeseburgers, because it's pretty epic. And I'll go to the backside of Magazine and go south, and then come back across. Let's see, that'll be like Boonville and stuff like that. The town of Magazine itself, Boonville, Greenwood, and then go home that way. Y'all, this is a bug zapper. I flipped this on. Here you go, the J10 mosquito zapper. Absolutely phenomenal. I didn't even know there was any bugs around, so let me just kind of show you this. I've been cleaning it out. So it's running right now, even though you can't see it as well. But if you could see closer, man, it is crazy full of bugs. So those mosquitoes are drawn to that. I don't know if you saw me kind of swatting them a second ago. But this thing, it's awesome. It folds like that. You know, you've got buttons here. So you can flip that to the light, and you got the light on underneath, different brightnesses and flashing. So, but right now I have that blue on. So if I click this, there you go, you see it turn off. But I just had it sitting out here, right there, and every now and then you'll hear the bzz, like the little zapper, right? But yeah, you can see a few of them. Maybe you can see it. I don't know if you can or not with the GoPro, but they're flying around it and drawn to it. So it's shooting up a frequency that, you know, that the skeeters can hear, and that works for me. So that thing is awesome. I got that off of Amazon, so I will attach a link. I've had a bigger one in the past, but this one is great for, you know, all this stuff. Okay guys, so once I got back in the truck and plugged in Hector, it said 42 miles, but it's going the opposite direction I want to go, which is towards home. So I'm gonna go down into Paris and go from there and see where I can find me sorry, getting a spam phone call. I'm gonna see where I can find me a good burger spot, because now I've got cheeseburger on the mind, and I'm sure if not Paris, then like Charleston or something like that on the way home. I'll find me one. I'll find me a spot. Anyways, you're in for the ride, so we'll see what we find. just past the bear sign. So it made me just feel all the more better about coming out of there, not having any kind of real weapon on me. Don't want to chance it. I've never had a bear encounter, and I don't want to start anytime soon. Okay, guys, excuse me. So that was the Dairy Delight. I didn't want to film in there because that place was packed and that would have just been weird. Anyways, that was incredible. Great burger. I got the skinny fries. It came with seasoning. That was a cheeseburger, quarter pounder. Excellent. Different than the Hector burger, but excellent. This place is packed, man. I went in because I didn't want to get in that line. And so when you see traffic like that, you're like, okay, I came to the right place. And I did. It was so good. One of the things I love about this drive from Cove Lake or Mount Magazine to home is that it's all Highway 22 the whole way. So it's like 40 or 34 miles, or at least from here, of just 55 maximum miles per hour and just kind of cruising. So this is a beautiful drive. And I think if anything I took away from this quick little trip, it was just to get away every now and then. Like 50-minute drive is not that bad to get a little place, to get away, to camp, to just reflect, to soak it all in, to process. And that was perfect for me. Just a little quick overnighter. And I remember sitting there last night and I was listening to some old just country music, just real quiet with the fire. And I was just like, man, it just kind of took me back again to my teenage years and just some nostalgia. I guess maybe because, again, my first time there, I was 15, and so it just kind of took me back to a special time. Anyways, hey, that's going to wrap this one up. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you have not done so, do us a huge favor. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. You can check out our merch at shopoverlandapparel.com. We've got t-shirts, we've got hats, we've got all kinds of stuff on there. All right, that's going to wrap this one up. So we'll see you guys next time.